Hello and Happy New Year. I want to jump us right into a brand new tool as we start the new year with our first assignment for 2019. I want to introduce you to Google Forms if it's a tool that you haven't already used. And if you have used it a bit, hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about it. Google Forms is a great tool. It is something that a lot of teachers are starting to use. In traditional classrooms, it is a way that teachers often create and distribute tests to students. I don't think that'll be a high priority use for us. We do have a few students who are using Chromebooks and other students who are logging into their Google accounts using student computers in the classroom. So it may be a way that a few of you choose to distribute some questionnaires to students just to check for understanding of some things. But for the most part, I think probably not. I think for us, it will be a tool that is more about gathering information from parents, from colleagues, from coworkers here in the school. And that's also a way that teachers are using it an awful lot, particularly with parents. As more and more parents are online and they all have email addresses, it is really quick to send a form to parents to gather information, whether you're updating phone numbers or contact information or gathering information, getting information for field trips, whatever. Um, Sometimes that's easier than sending home a big thing in a backpack that they may or may not see. So I want to get my face off the screen here and jump us right into a sample Google form that I've used so I can quickly introduce you to what it looks like, and then we'll go into a little bit of instructional stuff. So give me just a moment to transition here and we'll be all set. Okay, here on my screen is a Google form that I used last year to gather information from staff regarding their comfort level with some technology skills. It was a way to find out what things we wanted to address this year with some of our workshops. And so the questionnaire was simple. Do you feel comfortable? There was a space there for each staff member to enter their name. And then it was just a series of multiple choice questions. Do you feel comfortable organizing the files and folders on your computer? Not at all. I can do the basics. I'm very comfortable. Or this isn't even an applicable question for me. And there were a number of questions. In my particular scenario, they were all multiple choice questions. Once you put the form together, you just send an email link to everyone. Here, click this link and answer these questions for me. Boom, boom, boom. They can quickly answer the questions. As they answer the questions, Google automatically gathers their responses. So right here at the top, you can see I'm currently looking at my questions, but I also have a responses tab, and you can see that 42 people responded to the survey. I can click on the responses tab. I have it turned off. It's no longer accepting responses. I don't want them to give me feedback now. And so I can look through these 42 responses. Here are the folks who responded. I can see who answered the survey. I can scroll farther down and Google automatically creates charts and graphs for each question that I ask. So I can see in this first question, 71% feel very comfortable with that. That's not a skill that I need to worry about. People are doing that okay. You can see that continues for a while, but suddenly we've got 43% not at all comfortable with this, and another 17% that would like to improve their skills. This is something that we wanted to teach in a workshop this year. This also something we wanted to teach. So this gave us a tool to quickly analyze how people felt about their own skills and what we needed to address. Google creates all of this for me. I can also switch from a summary look to an individual look. And I can look at each individual person. Let's start with person number 1 here. Person number 1 is Lisa. And I can see how Lisa answered each individual question. So if there's a particular staff person that I think has been struggling, I can look and see what their comfort level is. Or maybe it's a teacher where I know they've got new kids who are very tech savvy for our population, and so I need to make sure the teacher feels comfortable doing some of the extra things with Chromebooks or whatever. I can scroll through and see how each teacher answered each question on the survey. That's a great tool. Here's what makes it even better. Google will also put all of this onto a Google Sheet for me. I just come here and click this green tab that says View Responses in Sheets. It will open a spreadsheet for me. It will instantly create a spreadsheet for me with the date and time stamp for when each person answered the survey, who they are, and what their responses were. So let's say I want to find a question, do I feel comfortable connecting to your Google Calendar to see events and whatever? I can quickly filter those responses and I automatically see I'm not at all comfortable with this. These are the teachers that need help. I can do the basics but would like to improve my skills. These are also staff members who are looking for support, as opposed to the other folks who are very comfortable using Google Calendar. This is a great way to quickly dive in and sort information to see who needs what kind of support. If you are on a committee and need to get feedback from folks, it's a great way to gather feedback. If you need to fill in parent names down the side with email addresses, mailing addresses, phone numbers, emergency contact information, it's a great way to gather that information, put it all in one spreadsheet, and then you've got it for the year. And you don't have to do this work. Google does the work for you. So this is a tool I want you to know. I want you to be comfortable with it. You may use it outside of work as well if you're a coach for a soccer team or on any sort of committee at your church or your children's school or whatever. It's a great way to gather information. So I want you to feel good about Google Forms. So in the assignment, you are going to find a link to a series of videos. Each one will walk you through the steps of using Google Forms. Don't panic that it's a series. Many of these videos are less than 2 minutes long. If you skip the introductory video, which you can skip, it's just a guy talking about his series, watch the rest of the videos, the whole thing, less than 20 minutes, and you will be done. You will also find that I'm giving you an assignment. I want you to create a form so that you have practice setting up some of these different kinds of questions. Don't make it a long survey. 3 questions, 4 questions max, and pick 4 or 5 people from our group that you can send the survey to and see how Google manages the responses for you. And for the rest of you in the class, if you get surveys from your classmates, play along now. We need your support and your help. We need to support each other in learning this. So do that for me. And then in the end, you can let me know how that worked for you. You can show me a snapshot of your results in your Google Sheet or on the form screen. I would love to see how this turned out for you. Lastly, just so you know who's in our class, there will be 2 attachments. One that will show you the names of the folks who are participating in the class here at River Street, and another who will show you the names of folks who are participating in the outreach program. So you can find someone in your program, send it to 3 or 4 folks, just so you can see how this works. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm always here to help.